Hello everybody and welcome back to Brawlin with Brett. If you've been tuning in to the other videos this week, we built and have been playing Klothys, God of Destiny. Klothys, I knew I was going to do that. Klothys, God of Destiny. So, if you want to see a detailed rundown of the deck, please check out Monday's video. I built the deck and talk about most of my choices as we do that. We're doing a pretty simple mid-range list. We're kind of examining what changes we're going to make as we go. Again, if you want a detailed explanation of the deck, check out Monday's video. What we're trying to do is play mid-range things and take advantage of Klothys' ability to close out games and keep us alive. So, enough talk. Let's get into the games. So, our record so far has not been great. We've only managed to pull one win off. To be fair, though, we got mana screwed one game, so I'm not too worried about our win percentage. We might need to tweak this deck. One of the things I'm trying to do here is trying to play with some cards that I don't normally run, that aren't just mirrors of my green Brawl decks. So we might end up needing to put those cards in if we want this deck to perform, but I'm really curious to see what we can do. Okay, another, anytime we don't see Niv Mizzet is generally fine with me. Okay, we got creatures, we got Nissa, we got Ramp. This seems good. After the last Wednesday's game where we got stuck with just a Lotus Veil, anything with land feels real good, and I'm not gonna look a Gift Horse in the mouth. So we put the Incubation Druid out here. We're still gonna probably just play our commander out next turn, but I really want to get that turn 4 Nissa because turn 4 Nissa is really good. Alright, Once Upon a Time. Okay, they're just fixing their mana. So, alright, nothing too crazy. They aren't hammering into us too hard. We'll be able to eat up their Once Upon a Time, and then we'll be able to actually ramp ahead with our Fabled Passage next turn. So that's actually really nice. Running any fetch lands we can, I think, is going to be pretty important. Ah, that's a bummer. Leyline Prowler. But I think we still probably crash in with our land. The Leyline Prowler is also one of their mana sources, so I'm comfortable doing that. And we'll have our commander to, if they destroy our stuff. The other thing, I suppose, is we could play the Horn Beetle. We're going to go in. We're going to go in, and if we'll trade a land for their mana creature, that's fine with me. And if they don't want to, we get to have a 2/2 that'll hopefully start growing soon. So, either way, I think we're okay. All right. That's fine. We're trading. We still have a Nissa. And unless they can answer our Nissa, we still can probably run away mana-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, darn. Sorry to see Nissa go, but that's okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. We're actually going to go to our graveyard. We're going to eat the Fabled Passage. We'll make it red. We'll do that. And we get to play Chandra. So, they only got to 1-for-1 us with the Elder Spell, and now the clock is, I'd say, pretty on. We're filling up the yard with things to target, so we should be able to keep doming them with the commander. I think Vraska's pretty underwhelming right now. You can take out our mana creature, but that's okay with me. We are just going to shoot their Elder Spell. We are going to shoot Vraska for 1. And play out the Horn Beetle. And alright, things seem to be going okay. Hopefully we draw some more good stuff here, but if we can keep Chandra alive, this game is going to end real quick. Her emblem stacks up in just an absolutely horrifying manner. Oh boy, okay. So, Vraska eating our 2/2. Oh, okay, ticking up. That's actually fine with me. Gonna eat their Leyline Prowler. Shoot him in the face. We are going to tick up here. We can tick down later on. We'll bring them down with the Horn Beetle. And I think there's a scenario where we could have killed Vraska there, but I really don't care. We're foring our opponent every turn. That's a pretty good clock. We'll have to keep throwing toys in the yard to eat, but our opponent's going to have to start throwing stuff in the yard too. And it's just lovely to keep the graveyard clean with Theros coming out. Like the Cavalier of the Night is way worse when there's just nothing in the yard. So if our opponent wants to give us anything, and otherwise we just... okay. So we're going to eat the Incubation Druid. I think we clean up here. We clean up the Cavalier, which will actually get exiled, which is... this is one of those few situations where it'd probably be nice to have it go to the yard, but that's okay. They can't take advantage of it, and oh boy, yeah, let's just kill him. Our opponent's getting real close to dead. Oh, we could have Castle Embereth. That's actually a card I'm not super used to playing. That's okay. We'll do it to him next time. I think we've got this one pretty handily here. Cry is a bummer. Oh, Domries is a sorcery. That's too bad. A lot of exile stuff here, so we do get to eat their Cry of the Carnarium. Oh, bummer. I don't think we can sacrifice Klothys, because Klothys isn't a creature right now. But the damage, I think, has been done with Chandra. We're going to just keep foring them. We need to make sure they don't get the Vraska ult off, but I'm not super concerned. We've got a couple turns to deal with that. My turn. Excellent. So we're going to eat the Cry of the Carnarium. What we're going to do here is we're going to look at so we are going to bring him down to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 1, 2 next turn, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just ensure Vraska's not going anywhere. Let's just do this, actually. And now Vraska can't kill our creature. We've got plenty of stuff to eat with good old Klothys here, and I think that puts us in a pretty good situation. I'm certainly not complaining. Ritual of Soot. Okay, 1-for-1 trading. Fine with me. We're going to go up to 8. Ooh, Questing Beast. Good card, but I think we're probably a little in the lead here. Eat the Ritual of Soot. Part of me is curious if we keep Merchant of the Veil. If we play Merchant of the Veil, then they have to take Vraska down. And then we can at least start digging for some more relevant stuff. And our opponent's going to be dead real soon here, even if they keep gaining life with Vraska. We have a lot of inevitability here with this deck, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things to eat in our yard to keep shooting them. So they're going to need to do something pretty scary here if they have any chance of coming out, which I honestly don't think they do. I think we have inevitability here. So they go up to 5. I play a land they're not going to be able to take advantage of. As long as they don't get lifelink or anything particularly scary life gain-wise, I think we should have this deck. I should have this game, excuse me. Thrashing Brontodon. We're going to go to our graveyard. We're going to take one more. We're going to thank Chandra for her service and get a little more damage out of her. We're going to see if we can draw anything a little more relevant than the Brontodon. Conrad doesn't gain him life, so I don't care. That'll be good for next turn if we need it to be. Yeah, well, I mean, unless they can gain extra life, we should have him here because, okay. Fine with me, and that's instant speed trick they can't do against the intervention. So unless they gain life here, they're going to go to 1. They can go up to 2 with Vraska, and then we'll kill them on the main phase with good old Klothys here. So, okay, the hope for the deck is being realized right here, that we could do scary stuff, put out just mid-rangey kind of things, and then take advantage of the fact that our commander is going to drain them out, even if they manage to clear our board out. So we should have it. We should have it right here. So they're going to go up to 2, and they're tapped out, and they're going to die. Nothing here. Excuse me, nothing here's got lifelink. Oh, and we get to kill them with their own casualties of war. That feels good. All right. And opponent. Yep, and okay. They're going to scoop before the trigger resolves. So there we go. This is I'm very happy to see this happening. This is kind of my hope for the deck. I think we're obviously going to need to do some changes at some point, but that was a good game. Let's get another one in here. See if we can get another interesting matchup. I'm happy to see less common commanders. See Vraska coming up here. Wednesday, I found you get a lot of different decks. People are getting to play Brawl the only day of the week. If you noticed on my board, I do have the paid Brawl. I'm not happy about it, and I go into a very angry long rant about it in the last episode of MTG Study Hall. So if you're interested in me yelling, that's a great place to check out. I don't always yell, just in that instance. I think I'm going to keep this. But yeah, I find that the decks are way more varied on Wednesdays. People are trying to have fun and have a good time, which I think is a reason why the format being available like that all the time would be great. I generally get my games done on... I'll get my quests done with Brawl whenever I can. That's why I'm paying Wizards for Brawl in a situation when I shouldn't have to be. But, I would rather it be open to everybody. I'm going to be writing a very angry letter to Wizards every time I put my gold into doing this. I only have so much free time, and I'd rather be playing Brawl than Standard, so if they want to insist on gouging me, I will keep paying the 10,000 gold, which I've heard many people frustrated with people for doing. I say, leave it up to everybody. You know what's best for you. We should be blaming Wizards, not our fellow players, from playing the game how they want to. But that's enough ranting about Brawl Guild Hall, or whatever we're calling it now. Brawl Gouge Hall. Heh. Let's see what I did there. Wasn't that fun? Okay. All right, this is an okay turn. We get to play Klothys, throw down Lotus Field, and throw these two here. And that's good. Even if we don't draw a land, we'll get a ramp a little bit. So we definitely have some options going here. If we draw a land, we get to Chandra. I mean, because of the mana production, this card has to be templated to give it on the main phase. But I'm really happy to see them doing more cards that trigger at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. This is a perfect example of why. Okay, we're gonna go to our graveyard. Gonna eat up that mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't know what our opponent's doing. We're going to make red. We're going to play red. And our opponent probably has a counter spell up, and they can't counter Chandra. So we get to do a repeat of last game, where we get some really nice inevitability going. Niv Mizzet scares the crap out of me. He's a very good card, and I don't want him to resolve. But I'm okay. I think we've got a chance here. Chandra can get big enough to just kill Niv Mizzet without having to play an instant spell to take advantage of it. And they're still 2 turns off of Niv Mizzet. And we might be able to get our commander standing up soon here. We got 4 loyalty on the board. We need to bring 7. So if when your vote comes down next turn, that should be plenty. I suppose that would enable our opponent to, if they have any blue creature interaction, to mess with us a little bit. But I'm not particularly worried. This isn't my worried face. Do I look worried, viewer? I don't. Oh, wow. Okay, Perforos' intervention taking Chandra out. Kind of a bummer, but that's okay with me. As of right now, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana is going to be our most useful. Let's take their island away. Well, we're going to need some green here for sure. Yorvo comes down. Oh, darn it. We sequenced that wrong. We missed out on a counter, but that's okay. And now, okay. Pretty good place to be, I'd say. Nylea is going to be a very animated god if they don't deal with our board. And even Niv Mizzet coming down. Okay. It's a cool 5/5 you got there. Let's do that. Let's, we don't need to show him the Nylea yet. Let's turn our card sideways. They can block Klothys, but that's fine. Klothys lives, and we 12 them. And we quickly bring our opponent to a place that they are probably just going to die real soon. Another indestructible creature. I suppose I guess we could have gotten one more. One more there. We'll do this thusly, and okay, our opponent's at is at 5. Normally, I would be very scared when Niv Mizzet's resolved, but having a bunch of indestructible creatures against the blue-red deck feels pretty good to me. I gotta kill one of our creatures, so we I think are gonna... I don't think we're even losing our gods being animated. Okay, we lost one of them right now. But basically anything will bring Klothys back. And Klothys, even as just a legendary enchantment, is still going to be sniping the yard. And they've got 2 mana. So I think this game is probably won. Let's not count chickens before hatched, things like that. But feeling pretty good about that. I haven't gotten to activate Nylea yet, so we'll see if we just get to draw an extra card. Our opponent needs to make life choices. Okay, we're going to activate Nylea. Let's take a gander at that card. And hey, Thrashy Bee coming in. Let's eat up their Chemist's Insight, which they don't have the mana to cast. Let's play Thrashing Brontodon. Make Yorvo bigger. Let's, and I am not trying to all D's them here. I guess I kind of am. I'm not trying to, but I'm doing it. But I don't know what weird trickery they have, so when in doubt, let's go big. Equip it to Yorvo. And let's see how dead we can get him. Screw it. I mean, they clearly have some kind of trick going. Oh, but Brazen Borrower. Okay, and that is a good example of why we always go hard, because we don't know what weird trickery the blue deck's going to have. So, that's okay. Yorvo goes, oh, wow. All of a sudden, our stuff is, we have way less stuff. That's sad. We can't play Yorvo back out. We have 2 mana, so we can Shadow Spear up the Brontodon. We don't have a good attack there. We can't attack it anyway. But that's okay, because we have Inevitability. If our opponent doesn't gain life, which they probably aren't going to do it, we get to close them out with Klothys again. Okay, good. I'm glad we actually had some... it would have been embarrassing to do the, hey, it's Theros, let's build an exciting new deck week, and then just get rolled constantly. So having some decks that are showing off the strength of our commander are... it's fun for you, and it makes me look like less of a jerk. So there we go. Got it again. So I think this is a fine stopping point, because we're coming up on a good video time, and because I won. So let's pull the deck up. Some final thoughts as we wrap up for this week. So Klothys or Klothys. Gosh, I have been so inconsistent with that, and I'm just gonna have to play her a bunch more to get used to it. So Klothys, God of Destiny. It's pretty good. The Destiny's kind of fun. The Reach, they're destined to die. Not clearly, obviously not, because we lost as many, if not more, than we won. But that's okay. We got that. We got Destiny on our side, and I really like this deck. I think there might be some removal and some tweaks. I'm not going to do anything right now. We've played, I think, 7 games, and that is not enough to, I think, be brazenly making cuts. I don't think anything is a ridiculous inclusion. I think when the deck is working, it's doing exactly what I was hoping it was going to do, which is going to let Klothys ramp us when we need it, going to just keep shooting for 2 damage. I think Chandra was clearly a good include. Just that inevitability that our opponents have a hard time interacting with clearly served us well. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. If you didn't see the other videos, I'd recommend it. You... get to see me lose more in those videos, so I can promise you I'm not just putting my wins in. And I go through the deck on Monday, and then in the first Klothys video, I suppose, and kind of explain why I built this like I did. So if you have any thoughts, comments, cards you think should go into the deck, cards you think should come out of the deck, commanders you'd like me to see build, please comment below. I really do appreciate it. TCG University's got all kind of stuff. Check out the channel, like, subscribe. Want to see more of me? I'm on MTG Study Hall. Thanks for watching Brawlin with Brett. You're great. I really appreciate you tuning in. I love doing these videos, so I hope you enjoy watching them. Thanks so much, and have a good one, everybody.